Hello, you sexy, wonderful, beautiful people, you. Today, we have this really awesome update notification in Fire Emblem Heroes, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look. And now, your boy woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. I'm a little bit sick, so if my voice sounds different or groggy or whatever, I apologize in advance for that. Can't really help it. But, okay, so we have the two legendary remixes for this month, and they're going to be Legendary Ephraim and Legendary Hector. So I'm actually very excited for Hector because I have him at plus 10, and I feel like Ostian Pulse was still one of the better unique skills to come out of that era. You can still pretty much use it today. It's very good for infantry pulse teams, and it's one of the only ways to get -1 special trigger on movement types besides infantry. So, Hector should be really good, but I haven't taken a look at what these do yet, so let's go ahead and start there. So, Ephraim's up first, and he comes with Attack and Defense Solo 4. Actually, a very much-needed upgrade from what he had before this. I think they gave him freaking Sturdy Stance 2, and yet he was a player phase unit, so I don't know what they were thinking when they gave him a bait skill like that, but regardless, we have Solar Brace 2, which enables Kanto, obviously. I was figuring he would get Kanto either on his B skill or in his A slot. Or, I mean, on his weapon, right? Because Kanto is the way of the future for these cavalry-type units. And it also neutralizes units' penalties that inflict special cooldown charge -X. So he's disabling guard. And also he recovers 10 HP after combat. Not quite as powerful as the souped-up Lunar Brace that we saw on the Brave Erica, but I guess there's no way he's going to be able to compete with a Choose Your Legends 5 Brave hero, right? Either way, a very much-needed upgrade for him, and all he needs now is a weapon refine to possibly come back to life. Okay, so now we have Hector, the man of the hour. So he's going to gain Crafty Fighter 3 in the B skill. That is definitely better than Vengeful Fighter, but I think I would have liked it a little more if they gave him Slick Fighter instead. Or if they wanted to be real nice, they could have gave him like one of the upgraded distant counter things. Like, you know how they gave, what's his face? Brave Keeper that upgraded close counter? They could have gave him like some kind of close distant counter that raises stats. Like how the Brave Hector has Ostian counter. But that's definitely asking for too much, because those skills don't even exist yet. Okay, so we have Ostian Pulse 2. At the start of the turn, grants defensive res up 6 to unit and allies for 1 turn. And also, if any unit or ally's special cooldown count is at its maximum value, grants them special cooldown count -1. All effects granted only if the number of that unit's or allies movement type on the current team is less than or equal to 2. Oh man, they could have definitely made that better. So really all it gained was defense and res up 6. I was really hopeful they might have did special cooldown count -2, just because it's the only way to get special cooldown reduction on other movement types besides infantry, like I said. Or what they could have did was just remove the restriction on it, so you don't have to have the tactics skill requirement to get it. I think either of those things would have made it a whole lot better, but the way it is, all it really gained was defense and res up 6, which is kind of meh. Alright, I guess we'll have to wait for his weapon refine, though, to see what this Hector is going to be really capable of. Okay, so these are the units that are going to appear on that remix banner. So we have Harid, we got Marth, Legendary Marth, we have Legendary Erica, Legendary Tiki, Legendary Lucina, and Legendary Azura. Interesting, okay. I don't really like summoning on the remix banners, but that's just me personally. It is a nice way to pick up the older legendary heroes if you don't have them, but honestly, like, the new legendary heroes just offer so much more. They're pair-up heroes, so you can run them in all sorts of different modes, like Allegiance battles, for example. And then they just score, like, miles higher, so that's my opinion on the remix banners, but I guess it's also a nice way to have cut some of the older legendary heroes from the pool, because they were really clogging it up. Okay, we have the new Hero's Journey thing coming up, and it's going to have more memento events. That mode is so goofy and fun, so can't wait to see what other kinds of shenanigans are going to ensue in there. Okay, these are going to be the brand new combat manuals. So for 5 stars, we have the Dancing Nephany, and we have Flora. I guess Flora has Attack and Res Solo 3, but I don't actually remember what Nephany came with off the top of my head. I know she has Fiddlestick Bow, but I don't remember what her passives were. And then for the 4 stars, we have Noel, Sala, Soth, Norn, and Mathilda. Not really too useful. I would say just take Sala because he's a Grand Hero Battle, or he was a Tempest Trial, so you wouldn't have to use extra Heroic Grails to get him a +10, but otherwise, kind of meh for the Ephemera codes this time around. And this is the Big Daddy drop that they announced. So we're getting the Brave refines for Choose Your Legends 3, along with Legendary Lynn's refine, which is about time. I really wish they would have dropped it at the time she got her remix, because she needs more help than anybody else, I would say, as far as the legendaries go. She's just really useless, and her starting kit was so bad. She was just dead on arrival when she came out years ago. And not only that, but people were just outraged that it was another Lynn alt. So Legendary Lynn had to be one of the worst releases ever for them. But now that she's getting a weapon refine, she might be able to come back into her own. They're going to have to give her something crazy, though. Like, if you look at her A skill, she gets the Fire Sweep effect, but she has to be, what was it? I think like 6 points faster than the foe. So her weapon is going to have to give her, like, I don't know, Death Blow 20 or Darting Blow 20 or something to actually make use of the Fire Sweep effect from her A skill now. So we'll have to see about that. As far as the Brave units go, I'm thinking I'm looking forward to Camilla and Micaiah the most. But at the same time, I feel like Eliwood could easily be a sleeper. All they would have to do is really give him Kanto and then give him all the effects that we saw on Blazing Durandal. So give him like Special Fighter, give him Steady Impact, let him keep his effective against Beast and Dragon types, and then give him Kanto, and he's going to be insane if they do all of that. But I think Camilla has the most potential, just being a flying ranged unit that can inflict gravity. Gravity became so powerful with the advent of the safety fence in defense, or in Aether Raid's offense. And Micaiah, just every Micaiah in the game is good. Effective against armor, effective against cavalry, that's all you need to say. I'm not really too excited for Alm, to be honest. I feel like there's not really much they can do for him. Just infantry types are in an awkward spot right now, because we literally just got the Brave Marth, who has like 20 effects. He's like the fallen Edelgard of infantry types, and yet he still feels underpowered compared to Brave Erica and Gatekeeper to me. So I don't know, man. Let me know in the comments section down below, which of the Brave heroes are you most excited for getting their refine. Also, Male Kana is finally getting his refine, which works out favorably for him, because the fact that he waited so long, he's probably going to get an insane refine by comparison to his female variant. Same thing we saw with Morgan M. He got his refine like a long time after the female one, but because he waited so long, he was able to get a better one. So good luck to Male Kana. Hopefully he gets something nice. Alright, we have in Aether Raids, the Catapult will be able to level up to level 9. I guess that makes sense, because the Catapult is pretty useless unless it's at the same level as the structures it's targeting. Alright, we're getting some new songs in Aether Resort, Sephiran's Sorrow, and also Combat Preparation. Okay. In Mjolnir Strike, Death's Throne will go up to level 5, whatever. No one cares about structures in that mode. Okay, we're getting the Summer Norn, and we're getting Arit added to the Grail shop, which is nice. I am actually going to go for the plus 10 on that Summer Norn, because I don't have any Quick Lance units, and she's one of the better options. At least, excluding the 5-star exclusives. Alright, other changes, how Ginoon Gagap, Oh, that was Nyx's weapon, right? Okay, so they're fixing Nyx's weapon, and they're fixing Mermaid Bow. They posted those notifications a few days ago, apparently, but I don't even remember what they were, so if you guys have been keeping up with the notifications, you probably know more about that than me. And to players using iOS, currently Faye supports iOS 10 or higher. After the update plan, the game will require iOS 13 or higher. Unfortunate, because some older devices do not support the higher operating systems. So they're just cutting out more and more of the player base by doing that. I really don't like it when games do this. It seems to make more sense for them to optimize the game to be compatible with lower devices, right? So they can actually get more people playing. But I guess it is what it is. And it looks like that's just about everything there is to say. Some info about Faye Pass, but if you're free to play, that does not apply to you. So let me know in the comments section down below what you guys think of the remixes for Ephraim and Hector. And also let me know which one of these brave refines are you the most excited for. And that's all for today. So this is your boy Tadro signing out. Take care, fellas. And I will catch y'all again on the flip side.